We were talking about the way in which we ended up receiving the whole tone scale. Paco put the whole tone scale into flamenco, but he took it from somewhere, namely from Corea and from McLaughlin, and from who McLaughlin and Corea took this from Debussy. We listened to the Leonard Bernstein, Norton series, the classes in Harvard, how things happen with the tritone and with the whole tone scale, etc. I will post the description. The first link will be that video for you to see it. And that's how we ended up playing whole tone in flamenco music. But here we have Scriabin, another great genius, between the genius of music. He died in 1915. So it's music from more than 100 years, which still is avant-garde today. And let me show you here some of the things. Well, he came up with a very interesting scale and with some harmonic ideas. And I am explaining 5 or 6 positions or 5 positions as how Paco would use this thing with fingers, left hand fingers 1, 3, 4 on the fretboard, and this will do 2 or 3 videos, but this is the first one. I want you to know that he came up with this scale, which is extremely original and with which he made the music of Prometheus and many other works. So whole symphonies were composed with this scale, so it's very relevant and it has much relevance. Today is even avant-garde. He was so ahead of his time, although it was 100 years ago he was living, but it's still avant-garde today. Let's listen this class. Corea took a lot from him. Let's listen this one class of Corea about the Scriabin and how to improvise with his music.
Scriabin is one of my favorite
here we have it.
Yeah, okay. Scriabin, Alexander Scriabin is one of my favorite classical composers. And let's see, where is this? Here it is. This is a short prelude of Scriabin's. Starts here, it ends there. It's not this. Number 4. It's I forget the opus number, but anyway, it's a beautiful little song. So you see there's markings on it. I put chord symbols in. I've been playing this song for a while, but let me play you a little bit of it with just the written notes to begin with. I'll show you one way to approach improvising with it. So, all right, we'll turn this baby on. that's the score, right? So in those harmonies that we were talking about, major chords, minor chords, they're all in here. There's a minor chord, a seventh chord, mostly sevenths and minors, actually. That's really all there is in here, sevenths and minors. There's a major chord here. So the opening melody is this. Right, and the melody is in the left hand. So I put the melody in the right hand just to also have it up there. So. Now let's just hang in that part for a while and break it down into starting to do something first with that melody. This would be a first gradient, I would suggest, into improvising on a classical piece of music or on any written piece of music, really. So you got the melody. I might play. Let's do it again.
Like flamenco.
So that's one way to approach it. I mean, I didn't slow things down a lot there, but the idea there is to try and I try to stay within the sound of the song rather than take it into some other thing. I actually stayed within the rhythm, although I put a little lilt into it, as you notice. That's one way to approach it.
Perfect.
Good luck with that.
We'll post the description of these videos. And well, you know, Scriabin was a fantastic composer and a genius. This is some of another great master, Valery Gergyev, orchestra conductor, and this is a master class. I will also post this because there is a lot to learn from here.
Writing, yeah? Figure 12. It's 1.
Amazing music, the great Scriabin. It's still avant-garde today. Here we have the mystic scale of Scriabin for B altered. Let me explain you this fingering here. This is very relevant to us and very interesting, and of course can be used in flamenco. So we have B altered here. The chord is frets 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 9. And this is tonic, 4 augmented, flat 7th, major 3rd, 13th, and 9th. B altered. Scale sounds like this. Here we finger it all the time with 1, 3, 4. So we have this on frets 1, 4, 5. Then we have 2, 4, 6. Then we have 3, 6, 7. Then we have 4, 6, 8. Then we have 6, 9, 10, and 7, 9, 11. This is first part. And then we have, from this very same 7th fret, we start that what will be the position 4. That is 7, 9, 11. Then we have 8, 11, 12. Then we have 9, 11, 13. Then we have 10, 13, and 14. Then we have 12, 14, 16, and 13th, 16th, 17th. So this here goes like this. And then same fret, it joins with the other, except that now we start with 1, 3, 4 straight, like in the whole tone scale, and then we go with this change. Right, let's listen one more time the sound over that chord. So this is the Mystic Prometheus scale, such an interesting scale. This scale has a second, a major third, a fourth augmented, a major sixth, and a flat seventh. So because it does not have a fifth, here this is very interesting scale. It does not allow traditional modulation in the traditional sense because it doesn't have a fifth, therefore it doesn't have a circle of fifths, and therefore it is inside the realm of what Leonard Bernstein calls ambiguity. It has ambiguousness to it as the whole tone scale, but this is such an interesting scale, and you can just imagine what a genius was this master to invent this form and create such a wonderful music with it. So very relevant, and then we will see also the other fingerings in one or two more videos. This is the video number 1 for the Scriabin scale.